So, hello students, welcome back, and today we are going to learn Science Chapter 3 about 3.3 about blood pressure, which a lot of students confuse about what does it mean by blood pressure. So first we need to understand what is called the blood pressure. Do you know what is the meaning of pressure? What does it mean by pressure? Where is my pen? So of course when we say pressure, we will in English word like say I got pressure I got 压力 I got pressure. That is true. I got very stressed. I am pressured by the work. Or I am not pressured by the work. What do you mean by pressure? Let's say if I take a pipe, this is the pipe. Suddenly there is a break on the pipe, and then the water come out. The water, how to draw the water, something like that lah. The water come out means there is a pressure in the pipe, high pressure, and the pipe water come out. Or it could be low pressure. Low pressure, let's say this is your pipe, something like that lah. Your pipe, you turn on the tap, but the water come in so little only. So you say the pipe very low pressure, because when I open the pipe, the water come out very slow. So this is low pressure. If high pressure pipe like this one, this is the pipe, the water very fast. So in the pipe, you don't want high pressure, you don't want low water, you want normal, you want okay, because you don't want to turn on the pipe and then the water then your shirt become wet because the pressure of the pipe is too high. Or you don't want the pipe to be so low that you open the water like very low and you cannot wash your hand. Blood pressure means also in our blood we have a vein. We also have pipe, but we don't call the pipe, we call it the vein. So you can see my vein in my hand here. This is the vein. If I cut the water, the blood will come out here. So this is the vein. And we want to see the blood pressure could be high and could be low. Last week we already learned about, I think about pulse. Pulse is the heartbeat pump. So we already learned if the pulse is too not normal, then it is unhealthy. We already learned that, so you can check the previous video. 60-70 pulse is considered normal. This chapter we see whether we have a very good blood pressure or not. If too high, it will explode, so the person will die. For example, if too high, our blood explode, not explode there will be something block it and it explode. Either it explode, but hand never mind, hand usually no lah. Usually explode in your brain or certain part of your body. We call it as stroke. 中风, stroke. Why got stroke? Because the blood pressure is very high and your pipe suddenly explode. And your pipe explode, the problem is it's not explode in your hand, it explode in your brain. So can you imagine when it explode in your brain, all the blood will go to your brain, and I think your brain also bye-bye. That is why people got stroke, people will die. Or you got too low pressure, you will also die, because there is not enough blood that can go to your brain. So the pressure is too low, it will die. Okay, why got stroke? Why got high and low? Sometimes in our body, usually old people is high blood pressure, high BP. So you use this thing to check your blood pressure. Usually as you get old, you will get a higher BP, or some people low BP. A lot of reason low blood pressure. Okay, why we got high blood pressure? Here didn't teach yet. But never mind, we go to why we have a high blood pressure. Wait, let me see. I cannot find actually. Okay, imagine this is your pipe, your blood vessel pipe. I just draw it here lah. So this is your pipe, this is your blood. Oh, we already learned in Form 3, I believe. Okay, at Form 3 we already learned this. This is the pipe, the blood glow very happy. No problem. But the problem comes when there is high cholesterol. High cholesterol. The cholesterol will put at here, stuck at here, making the hole becoming smaller. First is this big hole, and then it will become small and small and small. Small until the smaller it get, the higher pressure. Because your hole becomes small, the water need to go faster. Because it's getting smaller. So it's high pressure is not healthy. Why? Because high pressure means one day it will explode. Boom. Explode, you got stroke or you got heart attack, then the person will die. That is why you need to lower down the cholesterol, because the cholesterol the fats will stick on your vein, causing high blood pressure, and it will cause high blood pressure, it will cause heart attack or die, stroke. Why high cholesterol? Maybe the person no exercise. The person don't exercise. The person always eat, for example, meat, pork, or whatever high cholesterol thing. So that is why we always say, don't eat too much of the fats and the meat, because it will increase the fats. The fat will increase the cholesterol. When the cholesterol increase, the vein becomes small, it will cause high blood pressure. And high blood pressure will cause stroke, and stroke will cause death. Bye-bye. Or stroke will cause money. So you don't want to waste money, you don't want to waste time, you don't want to die. Make sure basic thing, exercise, eat more vegetable and fruit, so that we always have a lower blood pressure. But of course, if you are so young lah, last time I'm young also, I don't care, but take care of your health lah, because very fast we will get old. So yes, so this is called the blood pressure. Blood pressure during the person, blood pressure measure. How to measure blood pressure? Of course, it's not like the pulse. If the pulse, we can measure it by here, the pulse. You can measure by your own hand. The doctor always touch this one, and then you can check the pulse. But for the blood pressure, we need to call this Manometer, okay, to measure this thing. So of course, I recommend that you buy this from Shopee. I remember I asked from the pharmacy, I forgot like Alpha Pro or what, it's 100 plus. But you buy from Shopee, it's only 30 ringgit. So you buy lah, 30 ringgit only ma. You go watch movie also 20 ringgit. You ask your daddy buy lah, or you use your daddy money to buy. So buy, then you can check in your home who is not healthy. So of course, if you got this, you can test. Okay, so what is the normal one? If you test, the normal one should be around here, 120 and 80. So that will be two blood pressure, 120 and 80, systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Then the student will be asking, hey, why got two? Because it's supposed to have one ma, pressure should be one only ma. Why you have two pressure? Because one is tuk tuk, your heart got two pressure. If you know the sound in your heart, if you hear the sound in your heart, it will be loop doop, loop doop, loop doop. So let's see this one. The pressure is when the heart contract, it's called systolic pressure. At the bottom number should apply in the wall. blood vessel and the heart is resting between the heartbeat. And another one is called diastolic, both pressure. Okay, again the top number means the top line, the bigger number show the pressure on the wall of the blood vessel when the heart contracts. So one is to contract. The systolic pressure, the bottom number show the pressure upon the wall when the heart is resting. So when the heart like that, like that, like that. Okay, so the of course this one should be high. This one should be, because our heart is not like the water our heart not like the water. When you open the water just shh. But if you cut our heart, the water will be like fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, and slow. All the blood come out. Because our heart is not like a machine pump, like a fan, then the blood always go. Our heart is to press in, go out, press in, go out. So our blood will be fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, and become slower. So that is why we have two blood pressure, which is we call it a systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. But it won't be too far apart lah. Usually it will be a normal one. Okay, systolic pressure and diastolic. So you need to know lah. Systolic will be higher. Why is it higher? If you see systolic pressure is when the muscle contract, when your heart press together. Look, press together. Another one will be a lower, because your heart is resting. Rest, pull, rest, pull, rest. Okay, so you have two blood pressure. Of course, this is involuntary action. So it's very good lah. It's an involuntary action. If you learn more, means you no need to control yourself. You said like now I'm talking and you are learning. You need to think. You need to think. What the teacher say is correct or wrong. But involuntary action means you no need to think about it. It will auto one. Auto, you sleep also it auto move one. Involuntary action. Or your breathing is involuntary. Your digestion in your body, your blood flow, all is involuntary action. You cannot stop one. It auto move by itself. So we need to thank God for all these things. If not, I need to think, now need to breathe, so no need to do that. Okay, so this is manometer to measure the blood pressure. Measure and blood pressure immediately mercury in the symbol of mmHg. Why mmHg? Then physics, then you will learn why mmHg is just the unit. So the best standard of syringe to measure blood pressure is the manometer used in the medical pressure hospital clinic along with stethoscope. You know the stethoscope lah. Listen to your pulse. Okay, stethoscope. And nevertheless, monitoring blood pressure at home can be done by digital manometer. Manometer you will physics learn lah. It will be used to measure the atmosphere pressure. Like now also got pressure, Now is 1 atmosphere. There is a wind pressure, but there is a pressure lah. Wind pressure. Like let's say you are at the mountain. Here is around 1 atm. You go up high, you get low pressure. This is the water. This one is physics lah. When you go down, it will be high pressure. Too low pressure, you will die. Correct or not? Too low, you will die. Because let's say why people die when they climb up the mountain. They climb up the mountain because low pressure. Low pressure means less air, less oxygen. So eventually Everest, last time people climb and die, and now no more because it's low pressure when you go up. And then of course when you go to the space, this is the moon, it's zero air pressure, means there is no pressure already. So of course you go up, even up you will die lah, because there is no air, no oxygen. The person will die. As you go down, it will be high pressure, you will also die. Even if I put wind, but there's no wind now, there's a water, then you will die. You cannot swim too down, like the submarine, if you remember the story. The submarine, when they go down deep into the submarine will 爆炸, explode, because the water press in. So either the water want to press in, or if you go up too high, the air want to go out. So eventually you will also die. Like now you go to the space, all your cells will start to explode also, because all the air of your body want to come out. So normal, the best way is normal lah. We want to have a very normal blood pressure. Okay, so this is the systolic pressure, diastolic pressure. If you're free, you measure. Normal one we want 120/80. Let's see. So very good. This book is very good. So you go back home, you try. Optimal is 120/80. Normal, usually it's normal lah. If you got less than 120 means is you're healthier. So you can at home you can check lah ha. Lesser than 120 or 80, it is optimal. Or this one is called considered normal. Too low also not good lah. Some people is very too low. Too low blood pressure means you will. Too low also not good. Too low sometimes you will have dizzy, 头痛. Because if you have too low means your blood cannot go to your brain. So when there is brain not enough oxygen, 你觉得很头痛. Sometimes that's why you see the old people they 头痛, maybe low blood pressure. So you need to check if your mommy or 公公, you need to take the thing and you need to check. Sometimes if too low, maybe it's low blood pressure, there's not enough blood to the brain. And if you can become a mini doctor lah, maybe not enough of blood, not enough of hemoglobin, red blood cell, then you will see the face white color because not enough oxygen, not enough of hemoglobin, so not enough oxygen to the brain. And why not enough? Maybe because he doesn't eat enough of iron or hemoglobin. So if you don't eat enough of hemoglobin, if you don't have enough hemoglobin, so you need to eat meat or broccoli to give you more iron to generate the red blood cell. Okay, then at risk, and this one is at risk. High blood pressure 1, high blood pressure 2, high blood pressure 3. I think around here I can go to hospital, Around here, if you check suddenly your mommy or daddy is around like this, you can Google this lah. Now they got Google, faster send them to the hospital. Because you don't know, a lot of people don't know, they say, never mind. Wait, okay, a lot of people that don't know, they thought like, rest. And I got relative, rest, die. Because you are not supposed to rest, you need to go to the hospital, but maybe the person don't know or what lah, so he at last he died. So this one you need to aware lah, your future, your family member, then you can tell lah your daddy. You need to go Google and find lah, you need to tell your daddy low. Then don't ask your daddy to eat so much seafood, so much meat. Ask your daddy, 公公, to go exercise. Then you don't do that lah. If you got high blood pressure, then you need to eat medicine. When you eat medicine, get a lot of side effect. Then 这边痛那边痛，这边又那边痛那边痛。And then after 痛 you need a lot of money. And then money means stress. Stress means family problem. And then all people start to have problem. So that is why the simple thing, exercise lor, eat more vegetable, eat more fruit, don't want to be more stressed, so you have a normal. Then if you are normal, then you will be happier lor. No need to get so much money. Get so much money, then no use. If you got so much money, then live a difficult life and a stressful life. I also got friend earn money, but always go to hospital. Earn the money also no use lah. Okay, where was I? Now is okay. So maybe we can do 5 questions at here. What is the meaning of blood pressure? Okay, again, sorry.
Blood pressure is the pressure applied by the blood on the way of the blood vessel during blood circulation.
Okay, very good. Okay, so it's a blood pressure that's applied on the vein during the blood circulation. Very good. What is the instrument used to measure blood pressure? Very good. Okay, spinal manometer. State the step of measuring the blood pressure. So of course, step to measure the blood pressure, the answer is in the Google. Yes, it's in the Google. Just press step of measuring your blood pressure. Locate your pulse, index in the middle finger, slide to the center of your elbow. Secure the cuff. Okay, the cuff is the round thing. Inflate then deflate the cuff. Inflate means let the air go in, and then deflate means the air go out. And then record your blood pressure according to the reading. Of course, it's a lot so you can just Google and copy this I don't think it's because the answer is not in the textbook. So nowadays because Google, we are thankful so sometimes nowadays the student is cleverer than the teacher, which is good, but yeah, this is nowadays the learning is different Last time is teacher teach now is you can teach, you can also Google. So please make use of it. Don't just wait for the teacher to get. Nowadays is you need to get. That's why nowadays student is cleverer. What are the effects of having high blood pressure? Okay, so of course the answer we can again get in Google. Effect of high blood pressure a lot but because we are not becoming a doctor, right? We are just want to learn the basic. So we can see here there's a loss of vision. We take the common one the exam what they need usually is stroke 中风 stroke and heart attack or heart failure. So if at here will be heart failure, at here will be in your brain stroke, loss of vision, kidney disease, failure so kidney disease means you need to go for dialysis and sexual dysfunction, then you cannot have baby sexual dysfunction. Give for early. So what should we do? So we know that high blood pressure will cause all these things. So what we should do? Okay, very good. Exercise more and eat more vegetable. Reduce alcohol and one more.
Avoid to eat fast food.
Avoid eating fast food, maybe oily food, fats food. So of course again we can go to Google to get the answer. Prevent high blood pressure, just how to prevent blood pressure, and I already got the answer. Eat healthy diet. Keep yourself healthy and weight, don't be too fat. Physically active, exercise, do not smoke, limit of alcohol, get enough sleep. What's this? References. Maybe I think it's other thing or you can go press image and Google can help a lot exercise, drink water, eat healthy diet, don't smoke. So you can, if your daddy got smoke, you can tell them please don't smoke because my science teacher says smoke is bad for your health. And limit alcohol, salt don't eat too much of salt 盐不要压力So that's why sometimes happiness is important 开心是重要 If you know, then you will have stress 压力 When you have stress 很多病又开始来了 That's why we sometimes we need to think of way to make other people happy or parents happy and so on Because when they have stress then they will fall sick. Maintain a healthy body weight and so on. So okay, so now it's 5:15. We are going to take a short break, and I see you back in 5:30 See you back in 5:30. Bye bye.